need two of them to be on either side of a unit in order to kill it. Because one phoenix kills nothing. Unless it's already in the air, of course, but...
We should get Magnus Carlsen into our cast and have him like design a new chessboard for us based on StarCraft units.
Oh man. He has forced a lot of spore crawlers, so that is good for Zest. That's kind of like the other end of the Phoenix opening. He probably still will get some zealots under this, because I mean Phoenixes are so gas intensive. You generally are floating a little bit of minerals without making zealots. Well, I mean, I guess if you go Colossus, that works too.
And the Overseer's over. I am the overload of puns. That song gratifies me so much.
Gonna pick off more gas drones. Mutas are out now, so these phoenixes and corruptors. So these phoenixes are going to have to be more dartful. You know, now that I think about it, as a Zerg player, if you note that phoenixes are harassing, what you can do is take those mutas and corruptors and attack from like 3 different angles. You more need corruptors. And sort of pin them if there's only 5. You still need queens supporting that. Because phoenixes are just so fast and do well against mutas. But, yeah. The corruptors are going to try and deal with the phoenixes now. They will at least shoo them away, but the phoenixes are too fast for the corruptors alone. So they're just gonna leave. So, I mean, Zest knows all. He sees the 4th going up. He has his warp prism where he wants it. His phoenixes get away. He knows the location of pretty much every building from Sulky. Putting down some photon cannons to deal with the mutas that have come out. I mean, and he's actually producing a void ray for the corruptors, I presume. I guess he feels he has enough phoenixes and can just get void rays for the corruptors now. So that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely more corruptors than there are mutas at this point. I think. Let's see. Double check that before I say something, right? Yeah, he does have more corruptors than mutas. Denies vision at the watchtower. Gonna pick off another drone, perhaps? No. No. Not happening. Oh, wait, is he gonna get it? He will find a sort of sweet spot. Mutas are gonna fly over here, and he's happy to trade against the mutas. There's no corruptors here yet. And once the corruptors get here, he can just fly away. He sees the corruptors now, and That's gonna be his cue to leave. He might lose a Phoenix. No. Phoenix too fast. He's not gonna make any bad turns. There's enough map space. And he's gonna hallucinate 2 Phoenixes. That's interesting. I think he just wants those to join up with his actual Phoenixes to make Sulky build more Corruptors instead of Mutas, and then he can just keep building Void Rays. Is that the thinking? Oh no, he's... Wait. Yeah. No, that is the thinking. He's building more Void Rays. So he just wants to fight Corruptors with his Void Rays, and these other 2 Phoenixes... Oh, those are just for scouting. Okay. And because of the Corruptor threat, he has to build 2. I see now. Investors are out. Energy unit. Over on Sulky's side of things, he's getting his adrenal glands. I guess he's on... Yeah, he's on Hive Tech. He's also getting a Greater Spire and Ultraless Den. So, I mean, this is late game Zerg. This is where Zerg gets really scary really fast. Let's see how Zest deals with this. This should be interesting. Zest is heading towards that ideal Protoss composition, though, for the mid-late game, where he has Void Rays protecting his Colossi. And so that should be an interesting engagement, regardless of what Zerg units are out on the map by then. The Phoenixes are going to try and shoo away these Mutas. And with the Photon Overcharge, he will not have to reveal his Void Rays, though I'm thinking Sulky can infer that there are Void Rays out. That's... I mean, basically, if your opponent opens Stargate, and he goes into Phoenixes, and you get Muta Corruptor, he's probably going to get Void Rays to deal with the Corruptors, since he's gonna need something to protect his Colossi. So unless he's just bad. That's the logical progression. This run by... Okay, that is nice for Sulky. There's not much in the main at this stage of the game, but there's a lot of production here, of course. So let's see what he is able to get done. I mean, it's still mining. There's nothing is completely mined out, actually, so I'm surprised. I would think that he would have lost a mineral patch by now. This run by actually is not getting very much done at all. He will try and get a Colossus for his troubles.
Losses from Zerglings, that would be quite an interesting story.
Yeah, that was disappointing. Like, you see a run by, you expected to get some damage done, but there are photon cannons down everywhere. So then he dawdles and doesn't commit to anything, and then he just loses all his Zerglings when the Colossus comes over.
His lack of commitment, he had to make a commitment to death.
Why can't he just sleep?
Because Death wanted more.
Aww.
Death was ready to take the relationship to the next level.
Aww. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, and this sounds terribly morbid, I apologize. It's a reference to, it's actually a reference to a reference, because there's this, running joke that sleep is, death with benefits. And this stems from the idea of friends with benefits. So.
As in being deaf without the commitment, so yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. These, Zerglings are not going to trade very effectively, but I think they should be able to clean this up with everything that's there. Broodlords are coming out.
Ultraless Broodlord, that's about as powerful as a composition as it gets, and there's a mothership, so...
Well, I mean, especially with the infestors, I think the only thing he could do is get, like, some vipers. But, I mean, how do you control vipers with all of that? That's just so much...
Yeah.
So many different spells to worry about. The Zerglings actually don't clean that up. I guess the Protoss ups are better than I thought. I'm not entirely sure where Sulky is on that, or Zest is on that. But there's a spine collar wall behind these rocks, so I mean, the best these zealots can ever hope to do is run away. And then the next round of Zerglings will be able to clean that up, because there's only 3 of them. Assuming he even sends Zerglings. Tempests are coming out, so the Protoss army answer to Broodlords will be in effect. And because of that, I feel that the Protoss army is just simply superior to the Zerg army. Like, in a straight-up engagement. In theory, the Zerg army could, like, engage half the Protoss army and then kill that and then kill the other half, but I don't know why the Protoss army would split up. There's no reason to. And this is not a map that really creates that for the engagement. This is very scary, but there's not really any anti-air in this except for the infestors. So, I mean, the Phoenixes, the Void Rays, the Tempest, they'll predominantly go unchallenged. I mean, yes, there are Queens too, but I mean, against Protoss Air, what does it matter?
It's gonna be quite a climatic final battle.
I'm afraid it's gonna be one-sided.
Yeah, just saying giant units, explosions, and sort. Of course, Zest will be winning, but
like, yeah, it's strong on the ground, but I mean, there are even Immortals being mixed in for the Ultralisk.
and those 3 solids met their bitter deaths.
Finally.
Just imagine running up against something that big, like after all you've just been through, just...
Yeah, you saw all your friends die to a pack of Zerglings, and you were one of like 5 survivors. Then the 5 of you went and attacked a wall, and the spine crawlers reached over and killed 2 more of your friends, and you 3 are left, and it is now the Ultralisk coming at you.
Just like, in the name of a higher invisible voice that directs us and makes us dance, we salute you.
This mothership core is, mothership rather, is going to cloak all of this Protoss air. So, you remember my complaint about there being no anti-air in this army? Well, it just got 10 times worse. The Fumble still works on close units.